Hello, welcome to the first ever episode of On The Sidelines. My name is Benedict.
And I'm Matthew Lingrunian, and we are the two hosts of YouTube's newest sports talk show.
We have a lot for you on today's show, including Kawhi Leonard,
Demar Derozan,
Toronto FC,
Canadian Championship,
stadium security,
and the MLB trade deadline. On Wednesday, news broke that Toronto Raptors fan favorite Demar Derozan was traded to the San Antonio Spurs in exchange for shooting guard Kawhi Leonard.
Obviously, Kawhi Leonard is one of the best shooting guards in the NBA, and is the two-time Defensive Player of the Year and was the 2014 NBA Finals MVP, as San Antonio Spurs went on to win the NBA championship. I think the problem with Kawhi Leonard at the moment is he doesn't seem to have the same commitment to the city of Toronto as Demar Derozan had, as exemplified by Derozan's 4-year contract extension he signed a few years ago, as well as the emotion seen in his latest Instagram post.
And just very recently, Demar Derozan posted on Instagram, "Words can never express what you've meant to me. I was just a 19-year-old kid from Compton when we first met, but you took me in and embraced me as one of your own. I'm so grateful for the love and passion that you've given me for over the past 9 years. All I've ever want to do is duplicate it 10 times over just to show my appreciation. Thank you, Toronto. Thank you, Canada." And Demar Derozan was really the face of the franchise as he led the franchise in many important statistics. So, for example, he led the team in games played, minutes played, and also he had the most points in Raptors franchise history with over 3,000 points more than Chris Bosh.
And would you say he's the greatest Raptor of all time?
Yes, I personally believe he's the greatest Raptor because, as mentioned, he led the franchise in almost every major category. And do you think he's the greatest Raptor?
Well, I do think he's the greatest Raptor of all time as well, because of his commitment to the team over the 9 years he spent here and how much playing in the city of Toronto meant to him. On Saturday night, Toronto FC were in Chicago for a game against the Chicago Fire. Goals from Sebastian Jovinko and Jonathan Osorio saw the Reds pick up 3 valuable away points as their hunt for a playoff spot continues.
There are a few key players on Saturday that returned from injury, including Josie Altidore, Chris Mavinga, Gregory Vanderweel, and Victor Vasquez. And these players are very important for Toronto FC as they try to get their season back on track. They are 9 points away from New England Revolution for the 6th and final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference.
Toronto FC's next game is on Wednesday, July 25th, as they host the Ottawa Fury FC in the Canadian Championship semi-final second leg. Following that, they'll be hosting the Chicago Fire this time at BMO Field on Saturday, July 28th in MLS action. The July 31st MLB trade deadline is rapidly approaching, and teams are beginning to figure out whether they're going to be buyers or sellers.
Today we will be focusing on the AL East. It is beginning to become clear that the Yankees and the Red Sox are the two front runners to win the division, with the other 3 teams deciding if they want to trade valuable assets at the deadline or hunt for a wildcard spot.
The Toronto Blue Jays have 2 players in particular with high trade value. The first one is left-handed pitcher Jay Happ. This season, Happ has been one of the most consistent pitchers in the league and is a left-handed pitcher which some teams are in desperate need of, including the New York Yankees, who is being widely reported are favorites to trade for.
Josh Donaldson is also another good player on the Blue Jays, but his trade value has diminished in recent times. There might not be any teams who want to trade for Donaldson, but definitely if a team is considering it, the Jays will for sure as well.
The Tampa Bay Rays also have a viable trade chip on their hands in right-handed pitcher Chris Archer. Archer would be a valuable addition to any team's rotation, but I can imagine a team like the Houston Astros or New York Yankees, who are in need of upgrades to their rotation, to be favorites to trade for.
And the final team in the American League East, the Baltimore Orioles, have already traded their all-star third baseman and shortstop Manny Machado to the Los Angeles Dodgers. He has replaced Corey Seager, who is out for the season with an injury. As the July 31st trade deadline is fast approaching, we will keep you up to date on any moves that have occurred.
This segment is what we call the On The Sidelines Moment of the Week, where we highlight our favorite moment from the last 7 days.
This week we have chosen France, who won their 2nd World Cup title. Led by 19-year-old Kylian Mbappe, France cruised to a 4-2 victory over Croatia in the World Cup final.
Croatia surprised many with their incredible run to the final. Ultimately, France were too strong for them and were deserved champions. Thank you for watching the first ever episode of On The Sidelines.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for exclusive behind-the-scenes content on today's show.
My name is Benedict Rhodes.
And I'm Matthew Lee Rumi.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.